Yes, good morning, good day, my dear. My name is Abdulkabir Akinlabi. Today we'll be discussing something that's very important in software development and web designing, which is known as form. So, at the end of the today's lesson, we are going to do several works. So, I'm going to give you a very large assignment that to you is very large, but to me is not large. So now, then I want to state that just you have if you have watched the video to the level of lesson 7, you can go and download Notepad plus plus on the internet. I think notepadplusplus.com. I'm going to give you the website on the this thing, Notepad plus plus. So it's going to be very easier than the other Notepad, because I believe that you have gone beyond the level of Notepad. They are all the same thing. You are writing HTML inside. So let me go straight to the work. So I won't be explaining anything, because I believe you've I personally am using brackets. I'm using brackets. So let me save my. I want to first of all save my work. I'm going to save it on desktop. So I'm going to call this work my form.html. Don't forget you put .html. So now let me start. So your Notepad plus plus will be working. You can see that immediately I wrote HTML, it automatically completes it for me. HTML. Don't forget our most of the preamble head. Automatically it's shaving those things head. Then we have title. Inside the title, I'm going to have my form. So I want you to pay more attention. This video is going to be very long, because we are going to discuss several things, and I want it to be something. So after form, what is after head? You have body. So you can see it's arranging itself. So let me put h1 tag, h1 registration form. Let me go and view that. What's the name? My form. I think I save it. My form. Or what is that? Okay, my form. Let me open it with another browser. Yes. So yes, registration form. I want it to be at the center. You can put it inside between a center tag. Put the whole of this h1 inside this place. Refresh. Yes, registration form. So quickly inside the body, let me go and write name. Just write name. After the name, the tag, the first input we are going to be learning, the first form element we are going to be learning is input. And input has different input forms. One of them, input, we have type as an attribute. Don't forget the formula. I told you the formula remains the same. Type is text. So the meaning is that what you are going to be writing inside this place is text. The kind of input is text. So now look at it. Input as a tag, type as an attribute, then the value of the attribute, which is text. So let me go and view it so you can see it like this, text. So this is what the tag has produced, text. You can see where you write text. So there are different attributes. I want to solve that from now. There are different attributes you can pass into an input tag. One of it is let me remember. Okay, let me put something like I'll come back to it. Okay, let me put a break tag here. A break tag so that the form will look. You can, after the name, you can write the name here. You can decide to leave it the way you want if you don't want the break tag to be there. So that's one of the forms. Another thing, maybe name. Let me use another input tag. So what is the thing we used to collect inside an input tag? We have maybe address or telephone number. You want to collect a telephone number. You put input as a tag, type equals to text. So this, can you see? Just this. So you have telephone number. Go and refresh your page. So okay, that this is where you now put a break tag here. In fact, that break tag is supposed to be 2 so that it gives more spaces. So are we following? I'm very sure you are following. Now another kind of inputs I'm going to discuss here is maybe gender. You remember that gender, no, this gender is ordinary text. It's not part of the, you can see gender is ordinary text. I'm not that it's a tag. So let me put a break tag here. I'm going to be faster because of your time. And so you can see that gender is ordinary this thing. So I'm going to supply another input type. At this time around is going to be type equals to radio. Now type equals to radio. So I used to, like, if I, what this thing is going to produce is just this. Can you see? So now there is need for me to put a break tag here for it to come down. I'm going to explain. So for it to come down, so that means that before this input, I'm going to put male here, male, then, sorry, I'm using brackets, then female. After the female, you can put another input tag, type still remain radio. Now I'm going to explain something. Don't be confused because I know how you think. Now this is not, all these are not our concern. You know all this break tag. This a male input tag is radio. Female input tag is still radio. Now let me tell you something. If you refresh this thing, you can click this and still you can see. And normally you cannot be a male and a female at the same time. So that's the reason why there is need for you to supply another attribute to the male. Name equals to, give it name that will be the same. Maybe you call the name sex, the name of this input tag sex, and the name of this one as an attribute also is equals to sex. I know the reason why I'm becoming faster because I want to test you. I believe that you are moving along, and we don't want to waste time. So now giving it the same name, we make it, there's something in programming known as boolean. Boolean, it can either be on or off. It can either be a male or female. It can either be 1 or 0. It can either be up or down. So it cannot be the both. So giving it the same name makes it to be in the same category. So even though if this input is in another place, so far as having the same name, they are going to be treated the same thing. So by the time you refresh, so it cannot be male. If you click on female, it's going to unselect male. I hope you are getting it. So because the reason why it's behaving like that is because we've given it the same name. So another thing I'm going to discuss here, let me give this a break tag. You know the meaning of break tag. I don't want to be explaining that again. It means that it's going to come down. After that, maybe let me put date of birth. After date of birth, I'm going to put another input. Type at this time around is date. Yes, there's another type that is known as date. You can see that we have different input tag: text, radio, date. So that's how we are learning. We are moving faster. So look, this date, whereby you select your browser. It depends on the browser you are using. It may not pop up, so it depends. So this there's a particular, by the time you get to bootstrapping in CSS, we are going to learn more about that. But just agree with this, that this is how to write date. Then another tag I'm going to discuss here is, let's assume you want to collect address. What you use to collect address is let me put a break tag. I want the address to be up. So there is one tag known as text area. So all these tags, you have to memorize them or you have to understand them. So text area is you can see that input doesn't have is not in pair, but text area, because of the fact that the text are going to be. So now text area, I want to supply an attribute, columns. How many columns should I want to? Let me collect 6. Don't forget, this is how this thing used to be. Rows. I don't know the one that is much rows, 7 rows. Yes, text area. So now, so this text area address, you can see something will be occurring. So let me push the address down. After this, that means after this I'm going to put a break tag. So can you see address? So that means that I think the column is what I need to increase. Let me use 20 so that it can accommodate. So you can increase it to maybe say 60. I don't know, it depends on the kind of address. So by the time you write something, automatically is where you write address. Let me copy and paste. You can see automatically is giving it no matter how long the address of the person. So now I remember another tag I'm going to use. Let me say prefer, you want to write prefer center for exam. Prefer center. So that one, there's another tag I want to discuss, which is select. Look at, you can see that this the kind of I'm not using Notepad the way I used to use Notepad before, but now you can also go and download brackets text editor, or you use Notepad plus plus. Notepad plus plus also will help you because you can easily know the beginning tag and the ending tag. So you can see when I select this, it's going to show me the end tag. So that when we get to div is another interesting this thing tag that we're going to discuss later. So select used to have another tag inside, which is option. I want to write my exam in Lagos. Another option, I want to write my exam in Ibadan, for those of us in Ibadan. Another option, I want to write my exam in Enugu. Another option, I want to write my exam in Ebonyi. I like Ebonyi because that's where I was trained. Another exam, I'm going to let us put notes to be tribal, to equalize the tribalism issue. So let me use Kano. So now this is output of option. You can see. So that means that you know how to solve this. That means that after the text area there should be a break tag. After the text area there should be a break tag. Let me make it double. So I told you that this video is going to be long, so I don't want, because I want us to discuss the basic functions. So now there's another name I want to collect. Let's assume that the person wants to register username and password. You can have another input tag type equals to text. This one is a text username. So don't forget, I think there should be a break somewhere. So username after preferred here, there should be a break. You can put the break anywhere. You can decide to put it. So look at username, then password. I know you'll be wondering. Type equals to. Now at this level, if I put type as text. So see, please, what I want you to get is immediately you can see that this is our tag attributes equals to the value of the attribute. So you throughout HTML courses, that's how the syntax is going to be. Now let me check my username and password. You can see username, when I write Akinlabi Kabir, password, and normally you don't supposed to be saying password. So that's where another attribute comes into place. So this attribute is going to be password. So with that, when you are writing password, it's going to be maxed. So yes, let me use another input tag, which is the last, maybe let me call it the last one. We are going to, by the time you get to software development, you see there is no tag you are saying in your forms, that there is no form element you are saying in your website. Any website you are in, they are all HTML tags. So let me put another input type at this time around equals to submit. Yes, submit. So At this time around, we are going to have submit. So that means that there should be a break here. Two break tags. I hope you are enjoying this. Two break tags. Yes, submit. So now it's saying submit query. By default, it's going to be giving you submit query, but there's another attribute which is value. Value is submit form. So anything you write on that is going to be on it. So now let me give you something that is not our topic, but I just want to give you on click. There's another attribute known as on click. So on click, I want to borrow a JavaScript alert. Hey, you just submitted a form. So I'm just using that. It's not something. So this alert, hey, you just submitted a form. So actually, by the time we get to JavaScript, this is what the JavaScript. This is just the sub JavaScript there. So don't let me put you in haste. So look at all those forms elements that we've discussed. Yes, those are the elements of the forms. So we are going to now the assignment I'm going to give. I want to see. I'm not going to give the assignment on the classroom. I'm going to give you. I want to know the person who has watched this video. Create a form for someone, a jam candidate. Create a form for a jam candidate, and make sure the form has all these form elements that we've discussed. So that we'll have a very good form. So there's I remember an important attribute I want to be supplying to give more information. Look at this name. There's an attribute I want you to know. It's known as placeholder. Placeholder equals to enter your name. So you see what placeholder does. So that when you want to, so placeholder put something, enter your name here. It's not as a text, but by the time you click on it, it's going to be blinking. So it's when you start writing that something disappears. So try and do a registration form. I want to see the registration form that has all this username, password, and all these forms. So don't forget this JavaScript. This is just the JavaScript. So you may not include. If you want to include it, you can include it. So so that's let us call it a day for today, and please try and practicalize what you have been doing. Don't forget all this syntax, because when you get syntax, this is an attribute now equals to you open curly braces and open quotation marks and enter the value. So don't forget those syntax, and please do have a nice time.